Welcome to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage. Today we're going to be revisiting HNT. Let's get into the price action and see what's going on. Primarily, there's still two ways that we're looking at this, looking for the potential that this is A, B, and C as part of a bigger W, X, Y, X, and a Z, which are one-to-one would actually be looking to bring us down towards this 37 cent 60. Though what we would want to see as a minimum here is this 87 cent at this 618, which actually ties in quite nicely to coming in towards this one-to-one area. So we're going to discuss this move here. We also have the potential for a breakout to the upside, so we're also going to discuss that within the video. But primarily, as long as we remain below this $2.67, I will be looking for that potential to actually come back down in a C wave here. Now, the other way that we can look at this is by looking at the structure from the top as a 5-wave move, in which case what we'd be looking for is actually this as a fourth, looking for a fifth to the downside. Now, it is possible that we could complete into this zone further back here, because we have actually dropped into this typical fifth wave target, which would be this $1.2678 to this 92 cent. So primarily what I'm looking for here is actually that we could still have one more drop in this as well. Now, this would be looking for this as a 5-wave structure to the downside, looking to actually target out this lower range here of this $1.02 to this 83 cent. Now, we have some other targets here, which if I just come over here, basically what we have is these ones in the whites are extensions of the wave 1. So we have the 4618, which is also sitting here towards this $1.04 range. So that would be towards our target zone. As well as that, we have the 0.382 of the wave 1 to 3, which is actually sitting here at this 89 cent range. So this is within our box area as well. Now, if we do look to continue and extend out to the downside, potential targets could be this 5.618 at this 0.462 and this 0.618 here, which is this 38 cents. So that would tie in with actually coming back into the bottom of this channel. So we have to keep an eye on these levels and see exactly how the waves play out within this. If we are looking for a 5-wave sequence to the downside, what we could actually have is something like this. So I'm going to come back in here. So the way I'd be looking at this is basically as a diagonal into here for wave 1, 2, looking at this as another 1, 2, 3, looking for this as a fourth wave to the upside, and then looking for a fifth wave down. Now, the invalidation for this as a 5-wave move would come by actually crossing this $1.60. What I'd want to see here is actually to see this move reject from this zone, because we've already come up to this 50%, which is sitting here at this $1.44. If we are looking for this to actually reject down, what we would want to see is a 5-wave sequence starting to develop here, where this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fifth wave to the downside. Now, at the moment, we don't have a lot of structure to work with. If we fail to actually move back above this high, what we could see is a move starting to develop, which looks to actually break down past this $1.32. If we do get a 5-wave move that breaks down past this $1.32, what I'd be looking for is basically something like this for a third wave, a fourth wave, and a fifth wave. In which case, what we'd then be expecting is another 3-wave move to the upside, a third wave down, a fourth wave, and a fifth wave down, looking to take us into this area. So this would be what we'd be looking for ideally if we are looking for this actually as a fifth wave to the downside. If we start to break above this, if we get a sustained break above this $1.44, this count starts to become less likely. And we would have to just, be careful that potentially this could actually just be a corrective move to the downside. So ideally what we'd want to see is have this fifth wave drop to the downside, then look for another fourth and a fifth, which could actually look to bring us down towards this $1.07 to this 97 cent range. So this would be interesting because it would also bring us back into the center channel here, and that could be an area we look to find support. From there, what we need to see for further confirmation that this move is actually completed is actually breaking back above this high. If we fail to break above this high, what this could be is this could again be an A wave. We get a 3-wave move up in a B wave, and then we actually look to push down one more time. And that would be looking at that WXY count. Basically, if we fail to take this high, we need to be cautious of the fact that we could actually see extensions. That would be the 5-wave move to the downside. And the other way we could look at this is that potentially what we could have is something like this, where we actually have a WXYZ. So we'd be looking for a C wave effectively here. Now, it's possible this B wave could also be incomplete here, and what that could mean is that we have another leg to the upside. So if we are looking for something like that, what we'd be looking for is basically to see this move as an A wave to the upside, a B wave to the downside, and a C wave to the upside again. So if we do move up and we hit those targets that invalidate that count, so basically moving up past this $1.71 would invalidate that 5-wave count that we had. Now what we'd be looking for, the potential here, is actually to see this progress to the upside, where we see this play out as a 5-wave move to the upside, come back down for with the 3-wave move, 3, 4, and 5, and look to actually break up. Now if this is the case, what we'd want to see is something like this. Now it's not confirmed yet, but what we would want to see is basically another leg to the upside here to give this count better structure, where we look at this as a 1 and a 2 as a flat correction here. This becomes our 3rd wave. We're looking for a 4th, and then we get a 5th wave to the upside. So that would mean that this wave 1 would look to actually potentially complete towards this zone of this 149 to this 146. Now it's always possible we could be extending out even more here, where this is a 1-2, this is a 1-2, we have another 1-2 here, but that would require a much higher move here, in which case what we'd be looking for is actually looking to push up past this $1.68. So if we get a direct push to the upside, which starts to go a bit mad, and we get up to this 168 here, then basically what we could see is this actually being an extension in itself, where this is an additional 1 and 2 here. And then basically what this would mean is that we have, some extensions within the count. What we want to see is basically a 5-wave move complete, looking for a 3-wave move to the downside, and then seeing this move hold this support range of this 127. If we hold this 127, we can continue to look for upside. Whether this plays out as an A, a B, and a C, and we only get a move towards this zone of this 159, or we get a bigger 3rd wave, 1, 2, 3, up towards this 179 area, then we'd be looking for that confirmation of a 4th wave, and then we could look for a 5th wave to the upside. So that would actually look to bring us back towards this $1.93 to this $1.84. So if we do get a 5-wave move up like this, this could actually in fact be our C wave, in which case the 1-to-1 is up here at this $2.18, but this current count would suggest that it would fall short. Now, it would potentially actually look to retest this channel if it does play out in this manner. So that could be quite an interesting zone to keep an eye on. If we do actually move back up here into this channel in a 5-wave move, then we'd have to be cautious that this is not the B wave completed down here, and then we could still actually have that C wave from that point. So this is what we need to be aware of. Really, as long as we stay below this $2.67, we can look for that continuation to the downside here. So the alternative to this is that the B wave is completed, and what we could be forming is the C wave to the downside. Now, looking at this in this manner, we wouldn't be looking for that 5-wave move, or if we did get that 5-wave move, so I've still got that target area up here, it's possible that that A wave could develop still as a 5-wave structure, where we get this A up into here. And then what we'd be looking for is basically what we were talking about previously. We get a 3-wave move to the downside, and then we only get a 5-wave move back to the upside here, but it fails to achieve this $1.72. So this is going to be the key thing here. If we just get this as an A, a B, and a C, and we fail to reach these impulsive triggers, what we could actually do is break down from that point, where this could either be a completed B wave here, or this could be the A wave of the B wave. And then what we'd have to see is if we find support again above this B wave low here, what we could see is an extension to the upside. So the key area of rejection here would actually be this 185 to this 159. If we stay below this zone, it becomes more likely that we're going to see that continuation to the downside. So there's a couple of ways of looking at this, like I said. So now we're tracking these individual counts to see which one is actually playing out. Now, if we fail to actually achieve a bigger move past this 185 to this 159, it could be that we form this as a B wave, where we get a corrective structure here, W, X, and then Y to the upside, and we break down from there. Or alternatively, we could see a 5-wave sequence to the upside, which fails to actually break out of this zone up here of this $2.67, and then we actually break down from that point. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this area. Now, we're talking about that potential of a breakout. Because we have a 5-wave sequence over here, what we could have is the the possibility of looking to break out from this zone. So I'm treating this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We went over this in the previous video. We're talking about the fact that we could see extension out here, and it's basically, we were talking about this as a simple impulse like this, and then also looking for that potential that we could have extension within the waves. The fact is, we had this additional fourth and fifth, and then we broke down. So this extension has failed. So we come down too deep now. We can't look at it in this manner anymore. So I'm actually just going to get rid of that count. Now, if we have a simple impulse like we were discussing, what we could have is this is a 1, 2, and then we're looking for a wave 3 to the upside. So we did lose this 786 here, which is this $1.31. So this basically makes it less likely that this is a wave 2, but until we actually cross this zone of this $1.16, we cannot rule out the idea that we could still rally in a third wave if we're looking at this as a 5-wave move. So once again, like I said, this could be A, B, and C, and we get a move up towards $2.13 at a 1-to-1, or alternatively, if we do start to develop a 5-wave move here, what we could see is something like this, where we actually break up towards this $3. Now, this would be our area we want to confirm this third wave, and then really confirmation of the 5-wave sequence comes by forming this fourth wave back down towards this $2.13. Obviously, it depends what kind of structure is in here as to how deep this will come, but then basically looking for an additional 5-wave sequence, looking to actually target out this 373 to this $3.27. Now, if we do get something like this, what this could mean then is that this whole sequence here could then become a wave 1, and then we'd be looking for a retracement down for a wave 2. Now, if we did actually come back up into these levels, I'm actually just going to come onto the 4-hourly here. If we did actually get a 5-wave move back up into these higher areas here, what we'd be looking at as a potential B wave or wave 2 from that point would actually be over here towards this $2 and this $1.47. So somewhere within this range. So this would be quite interesting, because this could actually mean we come back down and retest this channel and then look to actually push away from this zone. So going to be keeping an eye on this. Obviously, we don't have confirmation that we have this as a 5-wave move, and there are obviously still bearish alternatives here which haven't invalidated. What I'd want to see for confirmation is breaking back above these highs and reaching this higher range here of this $3.01, for a third wave, getting a fourth wave and a fifth. This is what we want to, confirm that we've got a low in place here, is to get this 5-wave sequence to the upside, then to get a 3-wave move to the downside, which actually maintains this level. Then we can look to actually potentially rally higher. Now, this could be, like I said, a wave 1, 2, or alternatively, this could just be a bigger ABC pattern, in which case we would be looking for a move. I'm just going to go back down into this 786 actually, because that would make more sense. 1-to-1 would be here at this $4.26, and a third wave would actually be towards this $8.26. So that's what we would ideally want to see if we're looking for, the fact that we've got a low in place here. We want to see this play out as 1, 2, bigger third wave up here towards this $8.26, a fourth wave down, and then looking to have that fifth wave to the upside. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.